Now I know that there were some issues with the steering link, and a lot of folks were saying that if you do the default change to the TQ controller that it would fix it. I tried it. My wheels, my tires were still rubbing on my steering link, did not fix it, and there was no way of me setting my endpoint adjustments to allow me to prevent the rubbing. But as I told you guys, this is a very minor issue and simple fix. There's two ways to do it. One is to go with a wider offset, and the other fix is going to be the TQ controller. When I was looking at the instructions for this controller, a lot of it was telling you to hit the menu button, hit the set button, but you guys see the problem. There is no menu button on the TQ controller. When you go through the steps that Traxxas has to set it back to default, it just sets it right back to what it was before. So you have a default setting on the TQ controller, and I noticed no change in the rubbing. The rubbing was the same. So what I decided to do, bind my TQI controller to it, which does have the menu and set buttons on there. And with this controller, I can set the endpoints. I will show you guys what the steps are to set your endpoints on the TQI controller. It's very straightforward. There's about maybe 6 or 7 steps to do it. And I'm going to show you the results of what that is. Since I've already showed you guys the rubbing with the TQ controller, look at this wheel right here. This is the one I want you guys to look at. And hopefully the camera's pulling that up, but there's just a little bit of rubbing. Not much. I'm going to show you what you see now with the TQI controller. The binding process is very easy. It's just like if you were binding any other receiver and transmitter to the TQ controller. You basically hold the set button, turn it on, hold the RC's set button, hold the RC set button, plug in the battery. The two will bind, and you're done. Then, from that point on, you're going to go ahead and start the whole process, which I'll have listed in this video, of how to set your endpoints with the TQI controller. But I'm going to show you guys now what that looks like with the endpoints. Controller on, take the RC, plug the battery in, green light, got steering, got throttle. Now, hopefully you guys are able to see this. I'm going to try to do this like I did last time with one hand, shifting, and I'm hoping you guys are able to see. Look at that space. We're looking at this wheel right here. Look at that space that was not there before. No rubbing. I'm going to try to switch it. No rubbing. And that's by setting my endpoints.